Dankie, agbare voorsitter. Die departement en sy entiteite was 'n sleuteldepartement gedurende die afgelope ramptoestand. Die departement was nog altyd veronderstel om die lig aan die einde van 'n baie donker tonnel vir ons mees behoeftiges in Suid-Afrika te wees. Maar die realiteit is dat hierdie departement en sy entiteite die mense gefaal het. Die bevindinge van die OG is nie nuwe nuus of enigstens eers verstommend nie. Dit bevestig egter net wat die oppositie van die begin af gesê het. Alhoewel dit nie nuwe nuus is nie, lees dit soos 'n Stephen King thriller. Under the various headings, financial management and health, compliance management, human resources, procurement and contract management, the findings are more damning than the next. What is of specific concern is the material losses from non-compliance with legislation, fraudulent transactions, as well as irregular, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. Furthermore, the inability to finalize investigations in a timely manner has resulted in a failure to implement consequence management against those who were responsible for incurring irregular, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. SASSA apparently recovered 12.6 million rand from 3,268 public servants who illegally received grants. However, there has thus far been no consequences for state employees who have been found to receive grants they did not qualify for. This is a disgrace, and I would urge the minister to not just pay lip service, but to take action. A start can also be the filling of key posts, such as the position of the Director General of the department. Whether the incumbent acting DG is doing a good job or not is not the discussion. The fact of the matter is that this department needs stability. A permanent DG will be a start. Mother Teresa once said, "We think sometimes that poverty is only being hungry, naked, and homeless. But poverty is being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for is the greatest poverty. We must start in our own homes to remedy this kind of poverty." And that, Chairperson, brings me to a matter that I feel the Minister needs to address today, and that is the court case between SA Childcare and the Department regarding the payment of conditional ECD grants. 15 Rand per child per day. That is what the grant consists of. These are children that are orphans or have absolutely no other source of nutrition and care but through these centres. These centres have to be approved to receive these grants through a stringent process provided for in the framework to DORA. In these instances, they were approved in 2019 already. Vulnerable children who are dependent on these ECDs and this grant for food were deprived during the worst of times, the pandemic. This grant was rather utilized to procure PPEs rather than feed food to these children. The end result of the initial judgment was that Judge Jansen van Nieuwenhuizen found the Minister and 8 MECs in breach of their statutory duties prescribed in DORA by failing to pay the funds allocated to the children, as well as in breach of their constitutional duties prescribed in Section 28(1)(c) of the Constitution. Instead of adhering to the judgment, the Minister and MECs, after conceding on no less than 10 occasions that the money is due and owing, appealed against the order. Leave to appeal was granted in December of 2020. Fast forward a whole 18 months to a notice for hearing, a new directive to argue whether the matter has not become academic in nature, and still no officials have been brought to book and the most vulnerable are still suffering. This matter needs to be resolved in the interest of children and the ECDs. Voorsitter, dis egter 'n skreiende skande dat vir meer as 9 jaar daardie toelaag stagneer het op R15 per kind per dag. Terwyl die regering geld mors op duur funksies, hotelverblyf, VIP protection en besigheidsklas vlugte vir ministers, kry hierdie mees kwesbare kinders slegs R15 per dag vir kos, vir klere en vir skooltoebehore. As die departement nie gaan begin fokus op kinders en die ontwikkeling van kinders nie, sal ons altyd 'n welsynstaat bly. Maar ek sluit af, voorsitter. Die probleem lê by die ANC, want die ANC pak alles ideologies aan en verkies om die mense afhanklik te hou en tot en met die minister en haar departement nie hierdie kop skuif gemaak het nie, gaan Suid-Afrika nie net 'n gefaalde staat wees nie, maar 'n welsynstaat bly. Ek dankie.